All right, what's going on, guys? Round number 2 for the day here in Okinawa. I walked about maybe 10-15 minutes north of that harbor I fished at in the last video, and right now we're going to be doing some micro fishing in the tide pools. I can see a lot of cool stuff in them already, so let's not talk anymore and let's just start fishing. Let's see what we can catch here. All right, first one we're going to try out is right here. It's really big and really deep considering it's almost low tide. A lot of these blue damsels, a lot of these like brown damsels, but there's also these like orangish yellow damsels with purple heads. Those I think would be new species, but there's not that many of them, so it might be tough to catch them because I think all these other guys are going to be a little bit more aggressive, but we can certainly try. Okay, got him. That was actually really easy. Target species acquired, that orange damsel with the purple head. Let's take a look at him. All right, so out of the water here, they don't look as bright and cool as they do in the water. He's a little bit more pale, but this was awesome. So, new species for the lifeless pending ID. It's a elongated damsel, really cool looking in the water. A little bit less, but still really cool looking here out of the water. You got him. This is one of the, that was one of the blue ones. Thankfully these guys are really aggressive. I'm sure I'll be able to catch another one here quick. Just look how many of them there are. Can you guys see that? Oh, this is not a blue one. This is another one of these orangish purple ones, but still really pretty fish. All right, so I'm surprised we got 2 of these kind of back to back. I know we kind of lost that blue one, but there's a lot more of the blue and brown ones than these guys. But these guys are actually very aggressive, which I love. Makes them easy to catch. So let's get them back. Let's keep fishing. A lot of cool stuff to be caught out of these tide pools here. Got him. There's a blue one finally. Alright, I believe all these blue ones are the same species. That blue devil damselfish, I think. There's other blue damselfish species. I do think all of these are the same. Another real pretty fish. So we're going to try some of these smaller tide pools. That big one was really cool. There were some blennies and gobies on the bottom. There was a foxface, a surgeonfish, some wrasse, but those damsels were too aggressive. I put on a bigger sinker, trying to get my bait down to the bottom quick, but those damsels were still all over it. So we'll fish here. There's some damsels here, but I also saw some gobies. So let's see if we can get some of these gobies to bite. That was still a blue damsel. These blue damsels are aggressive. Got him. What do we got now? Alright, first goby. This is going to be a dusky frillfin. Caught a couple of these yesterday, caught plenty of these during some of my other Asia fishing adventures. So let's get this one back and we'll try to find some other gobies in these tide pools. Got him. What is this? Alright, another dusky frillfin. Haven't seen any other gobies in here, but I've seen a lot of blennies. The blennies are just really skittish. But yeah, there's our second dusky frillfin of the day. Got him. Let's see what this is. Alrighty. Dusky frillfin number 3 of the day. So, some tide pools have a lot of life, or I guess I should say a lot of diversity, and others don't. And these ones here closer to shore that I'm fishing now don't have a ton of diversity. It's really just these blue damsels, those gobies, a couple of blennies that I can't really catch. The deeper tide pools further out had a lot more diversity, but then again, they were a lot harder to fish. But let's keep going here, let's see what else we can find. Got him. No! Alright, so when I look back on the species of fish that I had to work the hardest on to catch, whatever this thing is, it's going to be toward the top of the list, not just for this trip, but for my life. So it's some sort of a blenny. I believe it's going to be one of those like tube blennies, because he just kept like popping his head in and out of this like hole in the coral here, or the rock, whatever this is. And I had to work for about 30 minutes to get this guy to bite. He most of the time would just kind of like knock the piece of bait with his head, but not actually bite it. So I sized down a lot. He finally bit. I set the hook. He was hooked. I flipped him. He fell off the hook. He fell on the rocks like somewhere over there. And I had to work hard to find him, but we got him. And I'm still counting it because he did bite and he was hooked in the mouth, even though he fell off at some point. So still counts for my life list. Gonna have to ID it. I'm out of breath now. It's hot out here. It's been a long day already. But whatever this is, it's some sort of really cool little blenny. So let's get some pics. Let's get this guy back. And let's keep fishing here. Oh, he bit. What is this thing? This is a big dusky frillfin. Alright, so this is indeed a big dusky frillfin. I thought it might have been a shrimp goby. He was in like a little burrow kind of under a rock. But nope, just another dusky frillfin. Got him. Let's take a look at him. Still on the ground here. Alright, so just like that blenny still counts. He bit, I flipped him, then he fell off. Let's get him back. That's just a dusky frillfin, and I'm exhausted. So let's go ahead and let's wrap it up for this session here. Alright guys, so that's going to do it. The highlight here was obviously that blenny, whatever it ended up being. I am a little surprised at how few goby species there are in here. I think all I got were the dusky frillfins, if I'm not mistaken. I might have seen one or two of those like ornate gobies. I caught one of those yesterday, I think, so that wouldn't have been all that exciting either. But really not much else going on here. A lot of these little juvenile damsels and then just a lot of frillfins. Also a pretty good amount of blennies. Not the one I caught, I don't think. That one was literally just inside a hole. It's one of those tube blennies, I think. But there were a lot of other blennies kind of swimming around, but they were not interested at all in the shrimp. So those guys are probably just like algae eaters. They just kind of graze on the rocks, eating the algae. So we got a couple new species here, but I was kind of expecting more. Oh well. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.